Hello and welcome to Follow, and we have with us a man who's been termed as the most successful face in non-film music in India ever by the biggest paper in this country called Times of India. They call, and then of course a lot of other people have said the most successful indie pop star ever in India, or probably I don't know. I have okay. There was this video once in one of your videos, and you were playing the piano, and like, dude, how fast does the hand move? For me, I think you're the fastest finger ever as well. You could win Konbanega Karupati right away. But jokes apart, Mr. Adnan Sami, it's so glad to have you. We're so glad to have you on Follow.
It's wonderful to be here. I think the greatest compliment that I could receive is simply being a person who is a huge music lover.
That obviously you should take. If you ever have the fortune of coming to his house, we are right now sitting at his house. If you have the fortune of coming to his house, his walls are, oh my god, I don't have no ideas. There are LP, the original LPs collections. There's beautiful. He's just telling us about this beautiful collection of beautiful handwritten note from Beethoven. My god, that's incredible, sir. To have, and this house is almost a history museum for music actually. So his music lover is evident.
For me, music, apart from music itself being an art, anything that is related to music, whether it's something written by the composer, an iconic piece of music which was written by the composer, for me that is art. That is my Da Vinci. That is my Picasso.
That's right.
And any original rare piece of vintage, LP or gold record or platinum record or whatever. For me, that looks more pretty on my wall than a Picasso. To each his own. I'm not saying that a Picasso is any less, but for me, it's as precious.
To look at a piece of art again is like phenomenal. I'm just looking at it right now while we talk. Anyway, coming back to, we are here to talk about something incredible just recently happened. You sold out a Wembley concert, and this is the 8th time you have actually done this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just tell you, he's probably the only Indian who's done it that many times. Sold out concerts back to back. At Wembley for 8 times is since 2002.
2003.
2003. Yeah. That's incredible.
It's the most incredible feeling in any case. If you sell out anything, if you sell, that's an incredible thing. Let alone sell out, sold out or whatever. Because for me, more than the economics of it, it spells love to me.
It does.
And that is what we as artists are all about, in the sense that we crave to be loved for what we do.
Yeah.
And
every artist.
Whether and regardless of what the medium may be, in the sense that whether you're a painter, whether you're regardless of what it may be. For music, we are nothing without the audience, and when the audience shows their love or show their love through coming to listen to you, applaud you, cheer you, that is the ultimate form of love.
Right.
And that is something which I could never ever take for granted. For me, that is like the ultimate blessing in the world. And with Wembley or the UK, we were in Leicester, we were in Leeds, and we were in Wembley, and then after that, from there we went, and all of them were sold out by the grace of God. It went off really well. Then from there we went to South Africa, went to Durban, got an amazing same response. We sold out Durban, then Johannesburg, and it was just incredible. For me as an artist, every place may have been different, but all of them had one thing in common, and that was passion and love. And that was incredible. It was just something, it's the ultimate high.
Right.
I don't drink, I don't smoke, I've never done drugs ever. For me, the greatest nasha is the love and the interaction that I'm able to have with my fans. I think there's no drug which is more intoxicating than
I
than
understand.
the love of an audience.
Completely agree there. I see the delight on your face. All right. I was actually going through the history of Mr. Adnan Sami.
That's notorious, huh?
Yeah, that's incredible because you started pretty early, and then your first album per se,
Yeah,
you collaborated with Ustad Zakir Hussain.
that's right. Yeah, yeah, That was 1986.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what were, I mean,
Wow.
if you actually recall it, if you look back at it, obviously now you probably are friends with him.
Yes, yes.
I mean,
He's a wonderful friend.
but back then obviously he's much older than you.
Yes, yes, he is.
So he was already a big star at that point in time. It just beats me. I mean, how did this happen? I mean, how did you go about taking this? I mean, how did you approach this thing? I mean, if you recollect things now, working with Zakir Hussain as a youngster at that moment.
Well, I mean, you're absolutely right. It was a phenomenal collaboration at that time. When I look back today, I mean, these collaborations, one cannot entirely take credit for putting it together because there's always someone who sort of mediates between the two sides. Um, there was a promoter who had seen me perform, and who thought obviously thought a lot about my playing, and felt that and of course Zakir had a tremendous history of his own, and he was such an established iconic player at that time, but he felt that what would be an interesting collaboration, the promoter, he felt that the interesting collaboration would be to bring us together and see where that goes. So I was already familiar with Zakir's works, of course. Zakir was then given an idea, was played some of my stuff, and then you won't believe it that we actually, even though we spoke on the phone many times, and he was very, very sweet, he was very generous, he was very loving. We got to know each other on the phone, but the irony of the situation, or the amazing part, is that he and I actually physically met on stage without any rehearsal, and we literally got to know each other actually, musically speaking, on stage. No rehearsals, big audience in front of us, and that concert got recorded. And that is the recording you're talking about. So my first recording with Zakir was a live concert which had never been rehearsed ever before. He and I had never met physically before, and so whatever happened in that concert was literally a candid meeting of two artists, and that became a part of musical history.
Yeah. And was it what was the moment? I mean, when you actually, okay, you don't rehearse with a person, you go and play him, and that must have been crazy.
Yeah, it was like we were communicating through music, and it was. I mean, when I look back, or if I hear that recording today, I literally relive that anxiety and that excitement. That I would suddenly do this, and suddenly he would respond like that, and I'm like, oh, okay, oh, that's nice, that's interesting, and vice versa. And he was also discovering me, and so in that album actually captured both of us getting to know each other. Which is something phenomenal. I don't think I have any album which is so spontaneous ever, and I don't think I ever will, because this is one of those things, and these things don't happen very often, generally in the world. So, but it was a moment.
So talking about history, yeah, around 1995, there was this incident happened when Mr. Adnan Sami acted in a film.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you know, every time he said, "Hey, night," I'm like, okay, what is
Abhi
he
kya
gonna?
hoga?
Abhi kya पूछने वाला है?
So you acted in a film called Sargam. You composed a film, of course. You composed for the film as well.
Yes.
We have seen you on
Just
screen.
like, what were you thinking?
No,
What came over you? Why did you?
I was saying, why haven't we actually seen you act ever in Indian film? I mean, obviously we've seen you on screen
Yeah.
in music albums and also in Bajrangi Bhaijaan.
Yeah.
But otherwise.
Just one of those things. But I think I'm going to be changing that very soon.
Yeah, got news here coming in.
There's the pipeline. Yeah. No, I think I'm going to be changing that pretty soon because there is something that we're working on now. I think it's going to be pretty soon. Hear more about it. But yeah, it is something that I did that film primarily because I mean, first of all, it was just one of those things that came my way. First, as a music composer, they wanted me to compose for the film, and then later on, they suddenly turned up to me and they said that we'd love you to act in it, and I said, why me? Why? Then they sort of said that it's about a musician. So I said, oh, okay, because if it's about a musician, then okay, I'll it's not really much of a stretch for me. So I'll do it. So so that's how I did it. So but yeah, after that I didn't really venture into it or develop it any further. I was completely. I wanted to just concentrate on my music, and music is always going to be my first love. It is. But having said that, I mean, I'm now looking at some other possibilities. Let's see where that goes.
That'd be interesting to see. I mean, yeah, it's high time we see something like Okay, so you burst into the Indian indie pop scene.
Yeah, I was so fat I could only burst.
Wow, I see sense of humor coming in. Yeah, actually, but then
you gotta have a sense of humor, man. I mean, otherwise you're gonna die in this world right now.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, of course, the weight also was
a little bit.
That made you stand out.
A little bit. If I could actually stand.
But you did. Yeah, you romance beautiful woman on screen.
That was fun.
I mean, who all were there? Amisha Rani.
Yeah, there was. I mean, I had the good fortune of working with a lot of amazing people, um, um, and it was great because I mean, they just brought a certain magic onto the videos, which was incredible, and it was fantastic. I remember a lot of people say, "Hey, you know what? You have, you're quite gutsy, to have these actresses and all that in your videos." And I'm like, why? What's so gutsy about that? I said, considering, so well, is a fat man not allowed to love?
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And there are sometimes a lot of stereotypes that are attached. That people only look at love being something that has to be stereotyped with a particular physique or whatever. But that's not true. I mean, even if a person happens to be fat, there might be something amazing that person can offer, which a six-pack guy might not be able to do. And so you should not generalize. And everybody's beautiful in their own way, and regardless of what size they may be, it's what they have in here.
The music you created was amazing. I mean, I don't. Wow, yeah. Those songs were like.
I mean, to be honest, I personally think that that a lady will be far more wooed, would be wooed more by, let's say, someone who is able to sing and serenade her, than to turn around and say, "Hey, baby, what do you think?" And or say, "Hey, you hold that thought. I'm going to go to the gym and just sort of pump up a little bit, and then come back and then resume the conversation." It's like. Or you turn around and say, "Ye zameen ruk jaye, tera chehra jab nazar aaye." What would you prefer? Come on, what would you prefer? Would you prefer somebody to come and sing to you, or say, "You're so beautiful. Let me just go to the gym and just pump up these muscles and come back to you"? You tell me.
You suddenly make me feel good.
Yeah, absolutely. You should feel good. Really, I mean it. You should feel good. Everyone should feel great about themselves. There's something that you have to offer, which I don't have to offer, and that'll be unique for you. And you must always feel good about yourself and never be apologetic. I was never apologetic at 230 kilos. I say, yeah. They would just say, "आप इतने मोटे क्यों हैं?" Of course, look, I was the butt of jokes.
Why would anyone ask you that?
People would ask me this.
That's insensitive.
Yeah, it is. I mean, they would turn around and say, "आप इतने मोटे क्यों?" मैं मोटा इसलिए क्यों मुझे खाने का शौक है भाई और बहुत सारा खाने का शौक है क्या कर लोगे तुम You know what I'm saying? You should never be apologetic.
Yeah, that's
you know, you are who you are. Your DNA is unique. Be happy with who you are. Really. I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Okay, so you actually burst into the indie pop scene around 17 years now, right? 17. With
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, 18 years. Yeah, 17 years ago.
2000 is when you actually.
Yeah, 2000. Yeah.
And those songs, I mean, suddenly it was like, wow, whoa, that sound, that voice, incredible voice. I mean, that was the first time we heard a voice like that. It was your voice actually stands out completely. And then while we were still in love with a voice, suddenly we realized this man actually plays this number of instruments.
Yeah.
I mean, just not just a singer.
Musical.
What other instruments are there? Chemical instruments. Okay. Okay. So I mean, then came because we were still getting used to the fact that you were such a fab singer. When we actually figured that you actually played a hell lot of instruments, musical instruments.
You know, to tell you the truth, jokes apart, I actually, and this is, this is where I always say that, if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. No, seriously. I mean, the thing was that the truth of the matter is, the God honest truth is that I never actually intended to be a singer.
I was
a pianist. I started off as a pianist at the age, I started playing the piano when I was 5. And I started composing at the age of 9. So, my biggest ambition in life, or kick in life, was that I want to be a concert pianist and I want to be a composer. And singing was something that, kabhi gungunaa liya, that kind of a thing. And just because I think every musician, regardless of what instrument they play, we all hum.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Because you're composing.
Exactly. So, that is something that sort of comes by default, So I never really intended to be a singer. I used to just hum along and play. अब क्या होता था कि एक वक्त ऐसा आया when I would sort of compose something like a song, and I would say, and I would sort of sit in my sort of little sort of fantasy world and then sort of say, कि अगर ये रफी साहब गाएंगे तो क्या बात है, अगर किशोर दा गाएंगे तो क्या बात है, ये उनकी आवाज में बहुत सुंदर लगेगा, and so on and so forth. So sometimes I would compose something and they would ask me to sing something, and I would sing a song and I would say, ये किशोर दा की आवाज में कितना अच्छा लगेगा अगर एक दिन वो गाए. And then and of course I was sitting in England, and so it's like, where am I going to find Kishore Da? But then how am I going to have access at that time? I was a teenager, and so on and so forth. So at that point in time, there was family and all that. They used to turn around and say, it sounds pretty okay in your voice. And I used to feel as if they're patronizing me. Thanks, mom. माँ को या बाप को अपने बच्चे की आवाज को हमेशा अच्छी लगती है. So I used to never really take it that seriously. So when certain people started to eventually sort of say it a bit more often that it sounds good in your voice, you should sing it. And then I would sort of record these little demos of for my own personal use, and people started to appreciate it. That's when I started to get a little bit of confidence about my singing. I never got training in singing, ever, and to date, I got highly trained in piano and Western classical, Indian classical music. I was trained by Pandit Shiv Kumar Sharma ji, and I was trained in England for Western classical music as a concert pianist, composition, etc., Indian classical music. So I got training in all that, but never got training as a singer. So when I started singing, initially when people started, I was always used to people saying, meet Adnan Sami, the pianist. And suddenly when people sort of said, this is Adnan Sami, he's a singer. I'm like, what? I'm the pianist guy, So I found that a little weird in the beginning, and a little awkward. But then after that, I got used to it, and so on and so forth, and the rest is history. But I never intended it that way. But like I said, if you want to make God laugh, tell me your plans. I never planned this, and he said, that's what you think.
So your albums actually did exceedingly well. And I would say you probably the last of the superstars that we had in the indie pop scene.
Wow.
Soon after the indie pop
I know.
kind of died.
Yeah, sad.